Number one.
Number one.
Take
All right.
one.
Okay.
I have my family maiden name, which is Starr, on my mother's side. Her mother was American Indian, and their last name was Starr. I was desperate to make a good living for my family. I had 2 little boys, and I was separated from my husband. I had to arrive in an area by an armory on 26th Street in Manhattan, and there were lines and lines of people waiting. All of them were there for the same reason, to hopefully to get an application to become an apprentice. And they were mostly men. And I got online the night before. I had my kids with me, and I had a friend with me, and we camped out all night, and we ate junk food, and we waited, and we hoped in the morning that they would actually get to us. My size, my build, because I was only maybe 95 pounds, 88 pounds, 95, something like that. It's quite petite, but I was a tomboy, and I was strong. But it was hard to convince a foreman that I wanted a job, that he should give me a job and rely on me. They thought it was very funny. They thought I had a lot of spunk, coming up, shaking their hands, and asking for a job. But they really felt that I was in the wrong place. They were like, "You're a little light in the ass, darling, but you know, for what you're asking for. You know, there are many men that need to support their families. They could have this job." At first, I didn't know how to deal with it. It was quite depressing, and I was a little discouraged. But I was a really quick study. I was very keen on noticing and picking up whatever I could. Not much was taught to me. Ask the right questions and learn. And I was willing to work hard. And after a while, they started looking at me. And that laughter that they had about me was like, wow, you know, she's very small and whatnot, but pound for pound, she really packs a wallop. She really works hard. After becoming a carpenter first, and I was working near some dock builders, and they solicited me, said, "Why don't you become a dock builder?" And I was admiring them because their work seemed so exciting, very adventurous, quite dangerous, and it seemed to require more skill. And I think at the time I was really up for a challenge. I worked mostly, for a large part, as a steward after becoming a journeyman. I had to get good at a lot of things, because every field I went into, I had to be able to do that job. Sometimes you won't be able to get on certain jobs. Some things, some aspects of ignorance, such as prejudice, might keep you off of a big job that you would think that you should be on, you know, being that you really need to have more minorities on these large, major jobs, but yet you can walk the site and maybe not find many. It was always very important to attend union meetings, but it seemed like a lot of people didn't go. And then, to my surprise, my president of the union, my local, was coming down the hallway, approached me, and said, "Where have you been?" He says, "Well, I'm so glad to see you now, because I had you in my mind, and you had such interest in our process. And when you spoke so well, and you seemed to have a focus on what you wanted the union to focus on, what you wanted to see the union do." And I thought, who better to fill this specific position I have in mind but a woman, and not only a woman, but a black woman, and not only a black woman, but a mother. And I was just amazed. I was amazed that I had been missed, and I was amazed that there seemed to be some kind of opportunity for me. I was appointed to my first teaching position with the District Council Labor Technical College. I got a promotion, and then I was sent to school. They sent me to City College. I was sent on many conferences. I got a promotion. I became a apprenticeship counselor. I was now part of executive management. I was the first black woman to be ever hired within the council to work on the day program. And it was quite a challenge. Vegas picture. We're at the district council complex, the big complex that they have, a training center. That picture is with the president of Local 608, who flew down to be a part of it, to be with us, to give us support. It says Sisters in the Brotherhood. And that was a concept, an idea that we would form a women's committee. And we would get the word out to the fellas that we were the sisters in the brotherhood.